Ah, now, this is the man who has the opportunity this weekend, Martin. What a massive opportunity. You look a little bit apprehensive, but you must be excited.
No, I'm excited. Of course, that's why it's called Shakedown, because we had to shake it all down. And yeah, we did the first run. Of course, as we had just one test day with one stage. So only thing I have it from is these few corners which I had there. So every corner is new for me and understanding what's happening. But it seems working okay so far.
But you know what? When we were walking towards you, you were checking the tyre pressures. You know, it's a simple thing, but there's so much to learn with a new car. It's the tyre pressures, it's where the buttons are, it's where the, I don't know, the fuses are if things go wrong. There is so much other than learning how to drive the car, so much about this car that's quite complicated.
Yeah, you're right, because yesterday we had this technical meeting and where we went through all of these things, and it's like, at the first one you think their head's gonna explode, but yeah, and then step by step you start to understand what's happening, and yeah, of course, different tires, different car, everything's different, but yeah, but still, talking about buttons, we don't have a hybrid, so it gives a bit of an easier drive this weekend.
And you know, what are you looking forward to most? What are you just looking forward, I suppose, to enjoying the occasion, but what are you looking forward to most?
Well, for me, the most important part is to understand how the downforce works for the car, because it's different when you're reaching over like 140. It's a different car, and when you go even faster, it's again different car. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing for me.
No, it's going to be a great weekend. We're looking forward to seeing you. Best of luck. What an opportunity! What a wonderful opportunity, as Martin said. Obviously, no hybrids. What we've seen in the past is, you know, on these roads, these type of roads. Yes, the hybrid gives you that boost off the line, out of the occasional slow corner. But when it's so fast, actually, the difference the hybrid makes, it's minimal. It's absolutely minimal. There are only certain conditions in these fast rallies where the hybrid does give you that little bit of extra performance. But it is so good to see another young driver with a chance in a, shall we call this a Rally 1 minus car? There's been a lot of talk about Rally 2 plus. I think we'll call this a Rally 1 minus car. It's just great to see a young driver who's clearly talented, clearly enthusiastic, clearly going to just, you know, put everything into his performance this weekend. Can't wait to see how Martin gets on. The first of our Toyotas that we've caught up with this morning. Obviously, we've had Elvin and Callie already through the shakedown stage. But before we talk to our Toyota drivers, big shout out to Sebastian Ogier and to Vincent Londes and to everyone involved in that nasty looking accident on Recce earlier on this week. Let's hope everyone recovers swiftly and well and as quickly as possible. We are hearing that there are no major injuries there. That's fantastic news indeed. But we will miss Sebastian and Vincent, but great obviously to have Callie and Yoni back out here. Now this man, not long anyone following our little excursion to Ireland at the weekend would have seen us talking to this man. He looked like a bit of a superstar. Why did he look like a superstar? Because he is a superstar. Aaron Johnson, just what a wonderful atmosphere last weekend in Ireland. You boys know how to enjoy your rallying, don't you?
Yeah, it makes you think about how we could improve here and get the atmosphere going and you know, do it for the fans. So yeah, I really enjoyed last weekend and looking forward to this weekend also.
You know, when a few years ago, and you've been around for a few years, but a lot of people remember you from your days with Oliver Solberg, obviously, when you were standing in that service area eating plain pasta all those years ago, thinking, you know, oh, goodness me, this is an opportunity. Did you ever think, I mean, I suppose you dream about full-time jobs in the WRC, but did you ever think that, yeah, you know, there's something that I am going to achieve and attain one day? Because you were treated like a rally god, rightly so, in Ireland at the weekend.
Yeah, nothing has really changed for me. I'm still the same person I was when we were doing like Donegal or the national rallies, but to be here in a factory car and living my childhood dream, it's very special, and every day you're in one of these cars you can really enjoy, and the stages this weekend should suit us hopefully, and we'll give it our best shot.
As you always do. Listen, just a very quick word for Joni Holtonen. How difficult is it going to be? A lot of people talking about Callie having to jump into the car and drive. I think the bigger job this weekend is for Joni, because I know how much effort, how many days, sometimes weeks preparation you co-drivers put into an event. It's going to be difficult for him, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, the work really for the co-driver is before the event, not when we arrive here. So to miss that, you know, 4 or 5 days prep that it takes to do every WRC rally, obviously Jonny's coming in quite blind, but he's a 2-time world champion and he will have no problem coping. But yeah, they've got a few late nights ahead to prepare the notes and rewrite them and check the videos. But thankfully they were able to come at short notice due to Seb's accident, and it was also great to see that Seb and Vincent and the guys in the other car were all okay. So
was there anything you could do to offer assistance to Jonny at all in terms of his lack of preparation here? Could you offer any help?
Yeah, there's a few more messages in the group chat than there normally would be, but yeah, we're a team and we will always do it together in Toyota, so we'll try to keep them on the straight and narrow.
That might be tricky. That might be the biggest challenge. There we go, one of the nicest guys in rallying, isn't he? Very humble, young Aaron Johnson. He really is a lovely guy, always great to catch up with him. And as I say, have a look back to Donegal coverage from last weekend. You know, Aaron had a great time. Everyone that was there had a great time. I totally agree with what he's saying. There are events around the world. We've mentioned this before in America, the American Championship, a long way short of the World Rally Championship. But my goodness me, there are things they do there that we could learn from. Wow, Tanak. In terms of fan interaction, how to make the fans feel part of the event, how to make them feel welcome. They do it brilliantly in Park Expose in America. In the Irish Championship, they do some magnificent work with the fans. All around the world, there are events that we could learn from in the WRC. And, you know, there is work to do, that is for sure. Now, our Hyundais. It is a closed road, it is a closed section. Heading into the stage. Oi, Tanak, goodness me, in the best form. Yeah, oi, Tanak, very much in the best form that we've seen for a number of years from Tanak. He was second, well, he won the last event, he was second in the event before that. How can he get on here, Tanak? That all depends on just how much more progress they've made with the Hyundai. Oh, it absolutely gets you. It gets you every time. 25 years I've been doing this, and every single time you get that close to a car, the noise, the performance, the ability. Oh, it absolutely gets everything going. Well, this is very much the unexpected excitement of the weekend, to have our 2 times World Rally champion, Kalle Rovanperä and Jonny Holtonen, back in the Toyota. Not what we expected, and most certainly not what they expected. Yeah, you know, Rovanperä can cope with anything, he's a genius. The bigger job this weekend is very much for Jonny. Normally 5, 6, 7 days preparation, Jonny. Good to see you, you've had a shave as well, you're looking ready.
Yes, young and fresh.
There's no Polish truck driver here this weekend.
No. I try different kind of style, so it's rally. So let's see how this works.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling prepared?
Well, I've been working my ass off. Like I woke up. I went to sleep 2 a.m. I was writing notes. Woke up 6:30, and still we go to do recce after this. So after today it should be okay, but long hours.
Best of luck, guys. Best of luck. Yeah, it's an enormous ask, for, in particular, as I say, for Jonny. There's so much preparation goes into the planning for an event from a co-driver's perspective. A driver of the prodigious talents of Rovanperä is capable of dealing with anything. Yes, he would have preferred better preparation, a better mental preparation, a better physical preparation, but he can do anything in any car. Jonny can do anything, but needs time, and he hasn't had that time. It'll be very, very interesting to see how that translates this weekend. You know, so many spectators. Every time we come to Poland, and it was Poland's Achilles heel, wasn't it? It's why we've not been here for the last 7 years. The fact that there were so many spectators. Move. We're going to move out of the way a wee bit. This way. Sorry. Thank you. Move. One of our ASN cars just trying to make its way through. It is a closed road, but obviously there is the odd organiser car. Yeah, I was saying spectators, enormous numbers of spectators out here, really enjoying the spectacle. It is an unexpected bonus for them to have Rovanperä here, and he will be absolutely the focus of so many people's attention this weekend. Another ASN car, or is that the same one? I think it's the same one. I don't know.
Legend.
Me?
You're a legend.
I am a legend, thank you. Not a legend, I'm never a legend, but I am a legend. You're very kind, you're very kind. We do our best. Josh McAlane making some great progress. Come on, young man. We talk about this. I'll call it the Breen way. I really will with young McAlane. Craig Breen was magnificent at continuous improvement. There were never enormous strides from Craig. He nibbled away, he got better, he rarely went backwards. Lots of drivers, we see it, for example, with Takamoto-san. You know, they have mistakes, they go backwards, they stall in terms of their progress. That never happened with Breen. He kept going forward and forward and forward in small steps. McAlane is on a similar trajectory. You know, he really is. He's not set the world on fire yet, but he keeps getting better. He keeps getting closer. You look at those times and the differences, and it's getting smaller and smaller. He just needs to focus on that. Stage wins will come. Podiums will come. They've already come this year, haven't they, for him? But wins will come for McAlane if he stays on this trajectory. Reasonably excited by his prospects as a young Irish driver, reasonably excited at all. He's got the intelligence, he's got the patience, he's got the understanding and the nous. Let's see whether he can convert that. Not this year, not next year, maybe the year after. We'll wait and see. Well, here we go, our Rally 1 cars at the front of the queue here. It is the returning Andreas Mikkelsen. Great memories of this event for him here. One of his 3 wins in the championship. The other one was in Spain, and the third was in Australia. What can Mikkelsen do? Let's just go and have a quick word with the handsome one, the most handsome of handsome ones still. Let's have a word with him. Just very quickly, Andreas, great to be back here. Wonderful memories for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, really love this place. Really happy to be back. Really good to be back on gravel, so I'm excited for the weekend.
Can't wait to see how well you go, Andreas. Good luck. Torstein Eriksson, what a legend he is. Good to see you as well. He's the man, look. Walking away, lots of work to do for Eriksson. Takamoto Katsuta, we've caught up with who did we catch up with? Aaron earlier on. Now, what do we think? Our championship leader, first on the roads. You know, fast rallies, first on the roads. Yes, it's clearly a little bit of a disadvantage. Maybe not quite so much as it is on the slower gravel rallies, but there's still a big job to do for Neuville. And the issue for Neuville in some ways is the resurgent form of Oyt Tanak, a second place followed by a win in Sardinia just a few weeks ago. Tanak is the one with momentum, but Thierry has been the master of recovery this year, scoring some great points from some difficult situations. Who would bet against him this weekend? Really not sure I would. Let's have a watch. Thierry looking very well, very relaxed. It's another difficult week here for you, though, for many reasons.
Yeah, it will be, that's for sure. But it has been difficult since the beginning of the year, and we know what it needs to bring home points, so we just need to get everything together and do the job.
So has the focus shifted a little bit from just purely winning rallies to maybe a strategy to secure the maximum points? I suppose the two work together, but you know, your point scoring has been supreme this year.
Yeah, so far not bad, but we need to keep that work up and try to defend our lead and constantly adapt our strategy towards a point scoring result.
Quite right, Thierry, we'll let you go, we know you're heading in. There we are. He's an absolute gentleman as well, Thierry Neuville. Always gives us a few minutes of his time, and we very, very much appreciate that. I think again, it could be a little bit of a struggle, particularly with the form of Tanak. You know, what can Evans do? That's the other unknown this weekend. And the big unknown is, where does Rovanperä fit into the mix here this weekend? Could Mikkelsen surprise a few people? It's been a difficult start to the year for Andreas. He certainly hasn't felt particularly comfortable in that car, but as he just told us, Mikkelsen loves this event. He'll make such a difference. You come with confidence. You come to an event you know, maybe better than a lot of the other drivers. Yes, Thierry's been here. Yes, Oyt has been here, but one or two others, Rovanperä, not been here before. So yeah, can Mikkelsen surprise us? I don't think so. I think the battle this weekend will be with this man and his teammate Oyt Tanak. And if I'm being honest, my money's on Tanak. My money's really on Tanak this weekend to win the rally. I don't know who's going to score most points, though. It's the big question, isn't it? Tanak could win it. Neuville could quite easily be the man who takes most points. If you take most points, is that a win in terms of championship aspirations? It's got to be, hasn't it? That's a difficult conundrum, it really is. There we are, Neuville and young Martin Videgi next to him, looking focused and ready for the challenges ahead. Adrian Fourmeau, yeah, driver's having a really strong season. A little bit of a blip on the last event, but how important is this? 300 manufacturer points finishes consecutively. It's quite some record for M Sport, it really is. Fourmeau, yeah, you know, he lacks experience on these roads, but with the confidence he's got these days, he's capable of doing anything. He's very capable, I think, of a podium finish here this weekend. I think we might see a few surprises. I do think the battle at the front will be Tanak and Neuville, but it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe that third place on the podium. Could be a Fourmeau, it could be potentially even a Mikkelsen. Might we see a 1-2-3 for Hyundai? Possible. It would take some set of circumstances, but it's possible. But this guy here, yeah, he's a different driver. He holds himself differently. He behaves differently around the service park. In the car, he's driving differently. He belongs really as a #1 driver in a factory team these days, and it's showing in his performances. Capable of an awful lot. A podium? Yeah, I think so. Well, as always, a tremendous Rally 2 field here in Poland. Oliver Solberg, you know, our Rally 2 championship leaders are not here. Great opportunity for Solberg to potentially grab some points back. Oliver, this is your sort of rally, surely?
Yes, and I'm leaving in 30 seconds.
Good, well, we'll let you go in 30 seconds. Good. What an event he had in Scandinavia, the Royal Rally of Scandinavia winners. That was a tremendous performance there. He's clearly got the seat time. He's got the momentum. I suspect Solberg will be the man to beat, but as we know, Greensmith is here. There's a whole host of really strong drivers. Obviously, Sami Päivärinta, he won the last event, didn't he? He will be right up there in terms of pace. There's a lot of drivers that really look forward to these style of stages, and Solberg is very much one of them. We're coming in to this run of fast gravel. Yes, this is a different fast gravel. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit softer. What does that mean? Well, you know, it means that it drains a little more power from the cars. The car responds differently on the fast corners. It needs a slightly different approach, but at the end of the day, it's fast gravel. As we know, the Scandinavians in particular love their fast gravel stages. So Oliver Solberg and Elliot Edmondson, are they the ones to beat this weekend? Well, you'd have to say, every weekend they are the crew to beat. Let's see how they get on this weekend in Poland. Who else have we got to talk to? Shall we go and have a chat with Rupe Korhonen, our WRC 3 champion from last year in the magnificent Yaris? Yeah, Sami Päivärinta did a great job, didn't he, in Sardinia in the Yaris. It's getting stronger and stronger, this car. Rupe, a very good morning to you. I'm sorry, I've interrupted. What are you watching?
Live.
Oh, how does it look? How does the stage look?
Really good, really good.
It's 5 kilometers. Is it completely representative of what the stages are like in the rally?
Yeah, I think this is good Shakedown.
Good.
Part of tarmac also, so
Okay.
new thing.
Yeah, a bit of tarmac, but there's no tarmac in the rally though, is there? Is there any tarmac?
Yeah, there is also small parts on tarmac, yeah.
This car's looking good. You're feeling well? You're feeling now more comfortable with the car?
Yeah. Really, I think this kind of roads, it's quite good for us, so.
It's going to be a heck of a weekend, isn't it? The temperatures though, you know, they're saying by Sunday, maybe 31, 32 degrees. That's not easy. It makes it a little difficult in the car, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's too hot, but yeah, it's same to all.
It's the same to all. And you're athletes. They're athletes. And these Finnish boys, they live in saunas. They literally live. Every single Finnish house, Finnish apartment, Finnish office block, they've all got saunas. They love it hot and sweaty. So let's see how Rupe gets on. He'd be looking for a good result. Some great performances last year in WRC 3. He wants to be right up there, mixing it up with the top boys. So we'll see who else we can find. I think so. Let's go for a wander. Well, there has been a short delay in Shakedown here. Crowds, let's hope the crowds behave themselves this weekend. A lot of people, and the problem with Shakedown is obviously they're concentrated in one place. It's only 5 kilometres, tens of thousands of people in the region this weekend. They want their first taste of top level rallying here in what, 7 years. So they all head into Shakedown, and yeah, it's always great to see huge crowds, but we need to see huge crowds behaving themselves. Pierre-Louis Loubet needs a good one. We know how fast he is. He can do the business here this weekend, that is for sure. Just in front of him was Teemu Sunanen, another driver who needs a really good result here. Our friends from Mexico, Ricardo Trevino, good morning, my friend. Good to see him. He appears an awful lot, doesn't he? Michael Solovov, great to see him back out again. Goodness me, good to see you, Mr. Solovov. Are you well? Great. Oh, you look great, but you always look great. Maciek Baron next to him as well. Armin Kremer with his daughter next to him. Great to see Armin, absolute legend of German rallying. What a great weekend for Poland this is. To have the World Championship back here, it's going to be huge for Poland, for all the Polish people and Polish drivers.
Yeah, that's true. The support here is always very, very huge, but I think it's not only a big fun for Polish people and drivers from Poland, because the stages are really made for the WRC cars.
They really are. Fantastic. We'll let you head off. Good to see you. Now, we talked a little bit about Poland, how important it is for Poland. We get people and fans from all over this region coming, from the Balkans, from Germany, from all over, and that is why, because it's such an easy place, comparatively speaking, to get to. Georg, good to see him. James Morgan next to him in that very distinctive black and tangerine livery. Who's the big, slightly scary, ugly-looking miner? Who is he? Who is he? He's not ugly, is he? That's a little unfair. Is he scary? Maybe a little bit. But I do love the livery on this. So there we are. Lauri Juna, Jani Husi. I have to say, Jani's doing a great job. She really stumbled into rallying as a challenge in her other profession. She's a broadcaster. She was challenged by Sami Pairi to come and do an event with him as a co-driver, having never done co-driving before. Got in the car, absolutely loved it, and thought, I want a bit more of this. And yeah, really, really, really strong performance from this crew so far this year. They need to just find a little more consistency. Perhaps they'll be wanting, again, a bit like, I suppose, Rupa Korhonen. The great thing about WRC2 is there are tremendous benchmarks in Solberg, I suppose in Gus Greensmith, and one or two others. Tremendous benchmarks. They're real top quality drivers, fast drivers. And for these up-and-coming, aspiring drivers like Juna, like Rupa Korhonen, if you're matching the pace, or if you're battling with a Solberg or a Greensmith, you know that you're there. You know you're there. And that's such an important part of this WRC2 competition. The fact that you have that opportunity to show where you're at, to prove your pace, to constantly look to improve. Maybe you're winning stages, but if you're not winning stages, the difference per kilometre between you and the top boys might be a second a kilometre at the start of the season. End of the season, if you're within 2/10, 3/10 of a second, that is tremendous progress, and that is what the likes of Lauri Juna and Jani Husi will be looking for this year. Note to the boss. I'm getting on a bit. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe. I know I've got a youthful look, but heading towards my mid-50s, we need a little bit of extra kit. We need one of these. In fact, would you like one too, Elliot? Two of these. We need two of these.
Funny, Oit Tanak.
Funny, Oit Tanak.
Yeah.
Very funny Oit Tanak. Look at this. He's got a speedo on here. He's got his little chair. Yeah, it's very cool. I think I need one just to get around the stages. Hybrid. Do you think you can on off-road? Good luck.
Oit Tanak, good luck on winning.
And good luck with you staying on this all weekend. Good luck. No beer. Just plenty of driving.
Okay.
There we are, off he goes. I like the look of that though. Now, if we could get one with chunky tyres, a little bit more suspension, when we go chasing drivers, Elliot, we could just take those over the hills. The madness that is Rally Poland is very, very much underway. The skies are blue, the temperatures are high, the fans are here in their tens of thousands. We are looking forward to a magnificent Rally Poland. It is, for sure. Careful, please. It is going to be a cracker.